Time running out here on the play clock.
Let's go!
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Lamar Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand Ohio! Let's go!
Watson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 33.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the... And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Bengals grab it. And some room to roam now.
And that's a rare sight indeed, but one that their fans hope that they'll see much more of in 2017. A takeaway.
Yeah, only 3 fumbles recovered last year, tied for fewest in the National Football League. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he'd hit the sideline. Again, here's Bernard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And Dalton to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Dalton throwing on second down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Dalton now to pass. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even. Get it there. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On second down, here's Miller. Nifty move. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
On first and 10, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second and 10, Watson. And he's got it, Fedorowicz. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. They'll begin here with Bernard. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
Caused all of that.
it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
Again, it's Miller. And he's got some space here. Lamar Miller past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But what about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run again with Bernard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On the give, this is their fullback. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
To throw here, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
To throw is Watson. And on the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Now it's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he is knocked down from the side. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now let's go! Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10 to 7. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And now out comes Houston, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. The Texans on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Watson. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. In tough starting field position here. After the interception, here's Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And the back goes into motion. From the end zone, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's going to have to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Watson to throw from his end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Rolling to his left. Completion left side to Miller. Say goodbye to Braxton Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On the toss, Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Dalton gives to Bernard. Finding room to the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it again with Miller. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
You got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they're going to go for 2. Their D gets INT. Now what can Dalton do?
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Here we go.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Miller. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Watson on the move to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Texans. 41 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll toss it to Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll go with Foreman. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starts with a handoff to Bernard. He finds an opening past the 40. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And his kick is good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's complete to Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play.
This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Pistol look, it's Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Watson steps away to his left. Dumps it complete to Miller. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Fresh set of downs here. Now Bernard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second fake. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big-time play there for the Texans. 59 yards on the ground. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They run off tackle left with Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Halfback sent in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. In motion is Fedorowicz. Play clock winding down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it here with Bernard. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darquez Dennard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Here's Bernard. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a carry for Bernard. Spinning past him. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And a throw here, that's complete. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Now a handoff looking right. Opens, and he loses the football a second time. And the Texans scoop it.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They begin with a run by Miller. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on second is Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football.
He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a handoff looking right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Cincinnati, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.